Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? I'm going to open up this curtain here a little bit, give a little bit more light, and maybe you can see a little bit better. Yeah, it's me again, your favorite Texas trucker, and I'm in West Memphis, still in Missouri. The border is about 4.5 miles away. And I'm sitting here at Love's, and I think this is exit 5. Maybe it's exit 4. Anyway, it's Martin Luther King Drive, all right, which is where we're at. So off of I-40, Martin Luther King Drive, or for that matter, I-55, because I-40 and I-55 run parallel and they're not very far apart. The Love's sits in about roughly the middle. There's a Flying J right over here, and then across the street there's a Petro. I went into the Petro first, mainly because I missed the turn to come into the Love's. And anyway, I went into the Flying J, and they got the whole thing's gated off, and you got to pass a guard going in, and you know, they charge you for parking there. They gave me this ticket that said that parking was $16.50 a night unless I got 50 gallons of fuel, or unless I got $20 worth of merchandise. And you know, to me, it's the principle of the thing. You know, I'm not going to pay for parking at an establishment that I'm going to go in and do business with. Alright, so I could have gone in there and done $20 worth of business and I'd have had free parking, but it's the principle of the matter to me. So I left and I came over here to Love's, where I parked for free, and I went in and I spent about $50, give or take. Bought a few things to eat, I took a shower, and then I'm in a Kenworth T700, and Kenworth T700s have real bad grounding issues with the antennas. We got these fiberglass antennas, and when you go down some of these streets, they catch these trees on the side, so they're probably all tore up. Anyway, my radio doesn't get out worth shit. I get out maybe a quarter mile, half mile, if that. And you know, and I'm kind of a radio fanatic, you know, so I don't like it when my radio doesn't work right. You know, I'm used to the old radio that I had, and you know, being able to talk all the way around the world with it. What I've got right now is kind of a piece of junk. You know, it's an alright radio, but to me it's a piece of junk. So you know, I'm saving up money to get a particular radio that I want, and you know, and then I'll boost it up a little bit once I get it. But meanwhile, I bought a new antenna system, one of the Helix antennas, and I bought a new mount for it. I mounted it on the bar in the back of the truck, and so it runs up the middle of the truck. And then I routed the coax up underneath the cab, and then in through the door frame. I didn't, you know, have to do anything to the truck to make a hole. It took me a little while to figure out how to get it in here, and I got pretty dirty doing it, but I went and took a shower, and that all washes off. So problem is that the longest antenna they had there was 18 feet, and I estimated that I was going to need about 25, so I knew I was going to be short. And sure enough, I'm about, once I run everything, about 7 foot short. 25 feet probably would have done it just fine. So, you know, now what I got to do is get a coax coupler and another shorter coax and run them together so that I can get it to the back of the radio. And when I went in to get a shower, I absolutely forgot all about it. So I'm not walking all the way back there. It's a pretty damn long walk. So I'll get it tomorrow, and you know, I'm not in no real big hurry. I want the radio fixed, but you know, it'll happen. So I spent roughly $50 here. the difference is that, you know, or by the time it was all said and done, I spent about $50. The difference is that they didn't tell me that I had to spend money in order to park here. Excuse me. It's hot outside. It was 105 earlier today. It's down to 99 degrees now. It's so hot, I think Satan's sweating. But anyway, I got the antennas all ready. All I got to do is finish the inside of it, and then I got to calibrate the antenna, get my SWRs right, and then, you know, I'll be ready to go, at least till I get a better antenna, or I mean a better radio system. And then when I get the radio that I'm saving up for, then I'll switch to running duals. I'll run dual antennas. I'll move both those to the brackets on the sides instead of running straight up the middle. So that was, you know, my experience today. That's what I've done today. And so now I'm parked here. I got here, I don't know, 12:30, something like that, about 4 hours ago. 5 hours and 3 minutes ago, so about 1 o'clock. About 1 o'clock when I finally got pulled in here. At least that's how long I've been in the sleeper berth. So I got in here, I did my post trip, you know, and all that, and went off duty in the sleeper berth. I got up at 2:30 this morning. I ran till about 1 o'clock, so, you know, I pretty much ran my clock out today, you know, for the most part. Tomorrow, I'm 30 minutes away from my final, according to the GPS. GPS says I'm 31 minutes and 48 seconds away. Now, how accurate that is, we'll see tomorrow. It's only 16 miles. So, I'm going to get up and I'm going to get there about 2 hours early. It's a gamble. You know, this is a holiday. Nobody's working today. Tomorrow, I'm expecting everybody to be flooding that place with deliveries. So, it's possible they may make me wait till my appointment. It's even possible I might be a little bit late getting unloaded. But I know this place. I've been there before. And, you know, they're pretty good about getting you in there if they can. So I'm hoping that I can beat the rush and I can get in there first. And that they'll just go ahead and slap me on the dock before everybody shows up. And you know, they can start unloading me, because I'm getting unloaded and then loaded again at the same place. I won't even pull out of the dock. I'll get unloaded and loaded at the same place. And then from there, I'm going to Rochester, New York. So that's the deal. That's what I've done today. So I've done a little bit of work on the truck. Went through the engine pretty good, make sure everything was kosher there. I've been idling for a long time today. And I know my idle time looks bad. But, I mean, it's just so hot, it's not even funny. Yeah, my idle time, it's not as bad as I thought. I'm at 29.87% right now. So, yeah, I guess that's better than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be a lot higher than that. Maybe it'll cool off once I get up around New York, but God, it's just miserably, miserably hot down here. And that's why the curtains are closed right now, because you close these curtains and it keeps some of the heat out. You know, these windows, they act kind of like a magnifying glass. So the sun beats down on these windows and it magnifies it into the cab. You close the windows off with these curtains and you can tell an immediate difference. It cools down instantly. You know, and then I'm running the air conditioner also. So I am not going to sit in here and bake. You know, it's not going to happen. Maybe one of these days the company will decide on an APU, but I do know this. Regardless of what this company decides to do, when I become an owner-operator and I have my own truck, I will have an APU in that truck. And it'll probably be an electric APU instead of a diesel APU. I don't know for sure. You know, it all depends on cost and what all is associated with them, but anyway, I'm going to have an APU one way or another. So, anyway, that's the that's the deal for today. I really can't think of anything else to update you on. I'll take you out in one of the other videos once I get the antenna system finished, and I'll show you the antenna that I chose, and I'll try to explain to you how I ran it into the cab without having to drill any holes. Because it's something, if you work for a company and you have a T700, this is something that you may have to do if you plan on using a CB. A lot of people will say, you don't only need to get a half mile or so down the road. And technically, it's true. That's about all you really have to get down the road is a half mile. But that's not me. That's not how I run. I'm kind of a CB fanatic. It's one of the things that I really enjoy. And the CB that I prefer has 5 bands: A, B, C, D, and E band. And then it has upper and lower sideband with AM and FM. So you got AM, FM, upper and lower, and then each one of those has 5 bands. And then it's got a 10 kc slider, or 10 kilohertz slider. So you can go between channels. When you look at kilohertz, channel 19 is 27.185 kilohertz. Channel 20, however, is 27.205. Okay, so there's a 20 kilohertz jump between channel 19, which is 27.185, and channel 20, which is 27.205. With that 10 kc slider, for anybody that has that type of radio, for a 10 kc slider, I can go to channel 19, kick it up 10 kcs, and I'm in between channels. Instead of being on channel 19 or channel 20, I'm in channel 19 and a half. I think there may be 1 or 2 other channels that do that, but everything else is in 10 kilohertz steps. So channel 19 is 27.185, channel 18 is 27.175. All right, and so on and so on and so on. So 19, 27.185, 18, 27.175. 16 would be 27.165. All right, but you have a couple of spots where it jumps that 10 kc, and anyway, y'all probably don't give a shit about all that. It's one of the things that I'm sitting here explaining this to you, and I just suddenly got it. Y'all don't give a fuck about that. Anyway, it's just one of the things that I'm kind of a fanatic about. The last radio setup I had, granted it was a while back, but the last radio setup I had was very similar to that. And I'd drive, at night, and I'd be talking to Australia. I had friends in Germany, I had friends in Australia, I had friends in Canada. You name it. I talked to somebody there. I used to have a world map where you'd send each other what they call QC cards, and they're kind of like postcards from wherever you're at, and you'd send them to people, and I used to collect those. So I'd have in China and Japan and some countries I've never even freaking heard of, but you get to talking to these guys, and you can keep them in for a long time usually. Depending on the bandwidth and the way everything's running, you could keep these guys on there, an hour or 2 hours, while you're driving down the road, just, kicking it with them, and learning stuff about, Australia, and learning stuff about New Zealand, and them learning about, Texas, where I was at, it's one of the things that I enjoy doing. So I know a little bit about it, and I'll just leave it at that, because I know y'all don't give a shit about all that. But it's one of the things that I enjoy, so I just wanted to share it with you. I am saving up for the radio. The radio's a little expensive, and I've had a lot of other expenses. But slowly but surely, I'm knocking out all the expenses that I've got. And we're getting caught up on bills. Slowly but surely, we are making progress. It doesn't seem like it sometimes, but we are making progress. And so my next safety bonus that comes out, which should be Hell, I don't even know what month this is. This is May. So it should end next month in June, and then we should get it the month after that, our safety bonus. And that's probably when I'm going to buy this radio. I'm not getting the best in line, even though I'd like to. I just can't afford the best one. I really would like to have it, but you know, it'll have to be something for down the line once I finally do get bills completely paid off. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting the Galaxy 99. They've got like a Galaxy 649, I think it is. But it's kind of the top of the line Galaxy right now, and that's honestly the one that I want. But you know, it's outside of my price range. That one runs, you know, about $650, and I just, you know, I mean, it's hard for me to save money because we have so many bills, so many things going on, and if I have extra money, it gets spent on something that we need to spend it on. So, you know, I'm going to take this and go ahead and spend it while I got the money. The Galaxy 99 runs about $400, and so I'm going to, you know, go ahead and get it. And then this Cobra 29 Classic that I got is going to go in my car. I'll put it in my car, that way I've got, you know, the CV with me. You know, and I'm just kind of that way, you know. So if later on I can afford to get, you know, the high price Galaxy, the 649, then I'll take the Galaxy 99 and put it in my car, and then this one here I'll sell or give away to somebody. More than likely I'll give it away. Ain't worth selling it. My wife's got a Cobra 29 Classic also, but we don't have it set up in her car yet. So, one of them was given to us by a friend of ours, Michael Durrett. I think it was this one that was given to us by Mike. You know, and it's a good little radio, you know, it's just, it doesn't do what I want it to do, you know. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bad-mouthing the Cobra 29. It's really a pretty good radio. I mean, I'd say it's probably the highest selling radio on the market right now, and, you know, it's a trucker's choice, you know. I mean, you see more of these than just about anything else. It's not real expensive, and it's a pretty durable, you know, pretty reliable radio. But, you know, it's just not... It's not what I want, you know. I got high taste where it comes to the radios, and I'm very, very, very particular about the Galaxies. I really like those. That's my radio of choice. So, anyway, that's it for today. I've been rambling on, you know, and trying to keep these videos shorter. So, comment, like, or dislike. Don't dislike, you know. Give me some likes. Share, subscribe, refer people to me, help me grow. I haven't checked it in a couple days, but you know, the other day when I checked it, I was at 49 subscribers. You know, y'all are awesome. You know, I'm at 49, but I'd like to see it go a little bit higher. I'm hanging right at that 50, you know, and anyway, you know, if y'all can help me, man, I'd appreciate it. You know, let's get my name out there a little bit and let people know about me. All right, peace out.